Hi guys, Steve here. I just want to first of all say a big thank you to everyone who came to our Civillo Happy Hour and Permits launch event on Wednesday evening last week. For those of you who couldn't make it, we're recording a short video now to go through a quick demo of the new permits module in Civillo and show you how we do the workflow for creating a permit. So we're going to jump into the new permits tab here in Civillo. We're going to select from a pre-existing template that we've set up. This is just a very simple example of a ground penetration permit that we've come up with ourselves. The permit templates are fully configurable on the back end of Civillo, so it's always up to the project, up to the client how that gets set up. So we're going to say we're going to install this fire service here. We're going to add the layers that we need in Civillo for the permits. The services master was attached to this permits already as part of the templates, but we're selecting the design. We're selecting the aerial imagery that we want associated with the permit. Now we're going to define our area. So we're going to select the area that we need the permit to cover for this example, again, just on the map here very easily. And we're going to select the date that this permit is valid from. So we're just going to select today. We're going to select time this morning so that the permit is active once we confirm everything, and we can see that's going to be active for 28 days once it becomes active. Again, that was part of the template that we set up. Here we've got to answer the questions that we've set up as part of the template. This is just a very simple example to show you how we can create these forms, the different sorts of answers and questions you can ask here with these checkboxes, the yes, no's, the combo box drop-down menus, and free text as well. So once we've filled out that, we're going to assign who needs to sign this category off. On the night of the event, we actually assigned this out to Andrew as the senior engineer, acting senior engineer, and he confirmed everything from his phone when he was in the audience of our presentation. Today we're just going to assign, Lyndon's going to assign it to himself. He's also going to assign the GPP coordinator or the final sign-off role to himself here as well. Again, on the night we made that me to differentiate the roles, but for the sake of doing things quickly, we're just going to do this today. Now we're going to attach a cross-section to this permit as well. In the real world, you might be attaching your dive before your digs or your swims or your other permits, whatever else needs to go along with this permit. Once we've confirmed that, that's going to go through and need to be reviewed. So again, this is Lyndon acting as, I guess, a senior engineer here. He's going to go through, check all those answers, sign that off as correct if he's happy with it, or push it back if it requires changes. For the sake of this demo, we'll just say it looks good. Now we're going to go through and sign off the final permit. So you can see here, we're bringing up a preview permit. It's inactive at the moment, but once we confirm this, it'll become active. Again, we can see the answers, we can see the sign off, we can see the layers that we've associated with it, the layers in a legend form there. And again, we can put another comment in to say that we're approving this for NDD. Once that's been confirmed, the permit is going to be active. We can bring that digital permit back up now and it's fully active. So if you guys want to pause the video, grab out your phones and scan that QR code, you'll be able to see this exact same document. This is a public link so that when permits are being created on projects, your workers in the field or your machine operators who need to use these permits can actually bring them up on their own phones without having to have a Civillo account. They can see that information that we scrolled past before, and they can also sign on to the permit as well with a date stamp and a time stamp to show that they've read and understood the permits. They can also bring up the attachments that we have. So this is the attachment we put on the permit before. They can see all the other information required with the permits. And if we go back to the map here, back in Civillo, we can see we've got a digital register of the permit. So this automatically populates, so you can never have two of the same permits. You can always see the status of the different permits and when they were created. We can also toggle on or off all the permits on the map itself, and then we can use a filter to say, show me the expired permits or the active permits or any different status of a permit. So you have full visibility over what's active out on site at any one time. You can also export all this information as an Excel sheet as well if you need to get that register out into a different system. I think that's pretty much it for the workflow we're going to show you today. There are some other features and other details associated with the system as well. So if you have any questions, if there's anything in your process that you're wondering whether it can be built into the Civillo system here, please feel free to ask us questions, reach out. I'm always open to have a chat, emails, calls, or setting up a dedicated demo of the permit system for your project or your company. But that's all from us today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.